Hi everybody, today I'm going to talk to introduce the Dysprosium, and as usual the goal is 4 minutes or less, so I will get straight to it. So Dysprosium has highly magnetic properties and therefore is a critical component of permanent magnets. Now what makes Dysprosium interesting as an investment play is that it still functions very well at high temperatures. This is what makes Dysprosium unique and a sort of a superpower amongst metals, rare earth metals. So it has the ability to perform even at high temperatures. How high? Well, dysprosium is a critical and irreplaceable component in shields for nuclear reactors. Now, here's the kicker and the main point of interest for investors thinking of purchasing dysprosium. And that is that dysprosium is irreplaceable in many areas of application. Now that fact alone is conducive to maintain a continued and a consistent demand. However, and here's the most important point of this presentation, dysprosium is irreplaceable as a critical component for electric vehicles. Dysprosium is used as a booster in all electric vehicles. Now, the car industry is being turned completely upside down right now as it converts to electric mobility. Just imagine how many cars and car manufacturers will be 80%, 90% electric by 2030 and beyond. The answer is all of them. Now, just to give you an example, just this week alone, BMW announced they are sourcing 20 billion euro of raw materials for electric vehicles. 2 days later, just 2 or 3 days ago, Ford announced that they are about to make the biggest single investment in their history, $11.4 billion to what they are calling a mega campus of factories for electric vehicles. Now, sorry, but I'm going to repeat that because if you're a smart investor, your ears should be ringing right now. BMW have just announced they're going to spend 20 billion euro sourcing raw materials for electric vehicles. And 2 days later, Ford announced they are making the single biggest investment in their history in factories for electric vehicles, $11.4 billion. And that's just two manufacturers in the space of a week. Now, what else does that tell us? Well, in the case of BMW, it tells us that they are stockpiling. Now, we already know China is stockpiling, South Korea is stockpiling, Japan is stockpiling, and now also we have corporations and car manufacturers stockpiling. Now, why would they do that? Well, because they see shortages ahead and don't want to get caught swimming naked. It's only when the tide goes out that we see who is swimming naked. So all of this spells excellent news for investors as the annual production volume of 500 tons of dysprosium cannot keep up. And there's without a doubt a long-term threat of supply bottlenecks for dysprosium. Look, it's a very simple formula. Dysprosium is a critical, irreplaceable raw material needed in the coming explosion in the electric mobility sector. So much so that nations and corporations are stockpiling. And this is before we even consider the fact that China produces and supplies more than 80% of rare earths. China actually is currently restricting exports as China is stockpiling themselves. Now, when nations and corporations are taking actions so they're not caught swimming naked, then it's a good indicator for investors to take the same action. That's why purchasing and owning dysprosium is a first-rate investment right now. I'm Louis O'Connor from Strategic Metals Invest. If you'd like to discuss adding strategic metals to your portfolio, then please contact me through our website, www.strategicmetalsinvest.com, or email me directly to set up a call. It's Louis, L-O-U-I-S, at strategicmetalsinvest.com. Thank you very much, and it's my pleasure to be here with you today.